Hello, y'all. It's now 4:38 p.m. Um, I forgot to mention in the other video that I probably fell asleep after 4 in the morning and then woke up at 5. So I think I am still somewhat feeling the effects of the sleep deprivation. So I tried as best as I could with the short story that I wrote, and I feel like if I was better rested, if I was more well rested, I think I probably could have done a better job. But I know it's not the worst short story written in the world, but I don't think I did too bad. But I know I could have, I know it could have been better. But as I said, I'm not even trying to follow the mainstream standards of writing. I'm just doing me independently, being in total control and and everything like that. So I'm still getting more YouTube harassment and abuse from the online perps. And it's like they spend years trying to control me and have something nitpicky to say on everything I do, everything I say. And and I'm mind boggled about the fake TI perps. That's the one that tripped me out the most. The fake TI perps. So I guess the fake TI perps are double-minded and don't know which side to choose. They want to play perp 1 minute and play targeted the next minute and reverse it on you and lie and say that you're the perp when you sitting here fighting for your survival, but they got time to play games. And then they actually smear you as both schizophrenic and a fake target in the TI community, and make other professed targets to avoid you like the plague and stay away from you. So I saw the online perps lying and saying that, well, Candy gets her social security check and just blows it up real fast in 3 days. Well, it's winter, it's cold, I don't have permanent affordable housing, and me being on, Social Security, it's a small amount of money. So it's like they try to paint the false picture that I mismanage my money and that they expect me to be able to stretch that little money throughout the whole entire month. And so they tell me, oh, well, Candy needs to go to the grocery store 3 times a day and this and that, Talking about, oh, well, her eating out and this and that or whatever. But, well, she needs to go to the grocery store 3 times a day. But they just won't mind their own business and back off and leave me alone. And so it's like they falsely accuse me of blowing my money when I try to ask for a hotel room to get out of bad weather. So when I use my own money, sometimes there might be certain days or seasons where, certain moments where the hotel is full, so I have to go somewhere that's more expensive. But y'all must be out y'all fucking mind to expect me to freeze to death in 19-degree weather, or the way it would deal with the way it was pouring, raining last night. Or it was very cold. So, and they think I deserve to be punished with no help. And they're on a desperate and militant mission to brainwash everybody to hate me. So I'm clearing that up. Like, what happened Friday, I could have still had enough money for another night plus some food. But they manipulated, the gang stalking network manipulated to where I was forced to have to take an Uber plus go to a more expensive hotel, which now I gotta be on the doggone streets tonight. And the dinner that I'm about to eat, I have just enough money for the last meal, and then I probably have $2 or something left in the bank, and still got that 54 cents in coins. That's it. So I wrote a short story, and some people, who knows, there might be somebody who might like the short story better than I do. And if they might feel like I'm putting myself down or underestimating myself or being too hard on myself. And if they tell me, well, your short story is just fine, But the desperate online perps, they're clearly jealous. And, I know this targeting program. And so when I do videos exposing the targeting, they manipulate and twist to make the perps look innocent and like as if they're going on about their lives and minding their own business, when that's not true. And they know it's not true, and I know it's not true, and the perps doing the harassment is not true. They know it's not true. So they falsely accused me of harassing the hotel neighbors that had the stroller, when the truth is that I was pointing out their covert harassment towards me, a tactic, gang stalking tactic, is they wait until after I check into the hotel room and settle in my room, and I go back out. I think I tried to do laundry that night, and what they did was they waited until after I was walking back out of the room and walking in the hallway, and then they waited until after they got the confirmation that I was there to do something weird, like put a baby stroller and obstruct the hallway. To put a filthy, dirty baby stroller with raw pork chops and a cell phone and baby sandal or whatever. And I figured that they did that on purpose to try to get my attention or to get me worrying or get me talking or something. So the online gang stalkers, they know the program. And so they try to discredit and try to mock and think that they're better. A brand new car is not going to have a doggone burned out headlight. And if you see that many repetition with the gang stalking and the mind fuck, it's deliberate. Especially, if a lot of us, come up with the similar stories. And then if you got the same gang stalking story that I'm going through, why would you try to discredit me and then start to act like a perp and call me schizophrenic and say I need meds? You already sold your soul. You sold out. You ought to know better. Because it's not schizophrenic when you do it. But then you see another professed target pointing out, being sabotaged and gang stalked and stuff, and you support them. So I never want to discredit somebody that's telling the truth and showing the truth and stuff, So I hate that tonight I'm going to have to be forced to sleep on the street because of lack of funds. And the online perps, they're like, well, that money that Candy gets such and such amount a month from donations and stuff. Well, I don't get a set amount from donations. And so they feel like, well, she could get $1,000 apartment and stuff like that, but it doesn't work like that. Donations are not accepted by landlords as income or money or whatever to qualify for a place to live. But they're blocking me from my own employment and jobs and everything. They're blocking me from, with the workplace mobbing and the online perps calling up places and stuff to have me wrongfully fired and banned, and then they brag and laugh about it. And as I said, they go behind my back and brag about their cyber crimes that they commit towards me. And I saw Kimberly Harper made a comment saying that when I had the altercation with the perps who planned the noise harassment, she said that she was hoping that that they should have threw me in the water, that they should have threw my body in the water. And so more than one online perp, they all keep on saying that they hope I get locked up in jail or prison. They hope I get locked up in a mental institution or put in a group home. Or they talk about that they can't wait for that glorious day for me to be put down like a rabid dog. Or was it rabid dog? Yeah, I think the word is rabid. RABID. They said that they can't wait for me to be put down like a rabid dog. Like all this strong hate, and y'all talk about Candy's homophobic and racist, and she's this and that. That's y'all false accusations against me. But y'all have a license and a right to be prejudiced to somebody who you have the false opinion that they're mentally ill. In the same fake celebrities and politicians and people with fame, money, and power, those are the people who you should be, in the government and all that, those are the people who y'all should be hating. I'm a nobody. I'm not special. And I never really committed a crime big enough to deserve worldwide hate. So a lot of the stuff that the online gang stalkers are saying about me is very criminal. It's very criminal. And so as I said, when I talk the truth on my videos and stuff, they come back and twist the truth and do fake follow-up videos that are full of lies and malicious lies, and try to falsely make it like as if they try to twist the story to make it look like as if the perp is the innocent victim and I'm the one who's the aggressor. So it's like, good thing I have enough money for food to eat for tonight. But then after dinner tonight, then I'm gonna have to go sleep on the streets tonight. I think it's supposed to get way down to 52 degrees or somewhere in the 50s, but earlier today, like, it felt like spring weather. Really nice out there. Really nice, like temperature. The temperature was really nice. So after dinner tonight, all I'm gonna have is just like $2 and something. Yeah, under $3 I would have. Oh, I think it would be $2.92 or something like that. Something like that I would have. So that's why I'm trying to do my own independent work with short stories. I'm trying to do my own independent work with short stories to try to earn a living or earn some money that way. But as I said, they want me to be a slave employee under an Illuminati corporation, falsely calling that a real job. Go get a real job, where McDonald's and Target and all them won't even hire me. So the online perps are so inconsistent that they make it like as if I'm retarded and childlike, like a baby. They falsely assume that I don't know how to take care of myself, in which I've been independent for so many years. These online people who don't even know me. And then my own twin sister, whatever false assumption that they say about me, when she ought to know me better. But she'll just run with the false narrative. She will run with the false narrative, and like, come on, you ought to know your own twin sister way better than what some online strangers are falsely assuming about me, defending and agreeing with them. So, on one hand, if they try to make it like I'm too mentally slow and too retarded and to do this and do that, well, if I'm not able to take care of myself or I'm not able to do this, I'm just being, hindered with lack of funds, lack of money that they're forcing me to be broke and homeless with the gang stalking program. So if they think I'm not, they try to say, well, Candy needs to declare mental incompetence. Well, if that's the case, then why do you want me in prison or jail? Why do y'all falsely accuse me of being a slick scammer who knows what she's doing? And I'm forbidden and not allowed on my own channel. I'm not allowed to clear up lies, false rumors, or smear campaigns. Just like when I said I'm setting the record straight on what really happened with my niece Raven. And they think that, you're not. They think that, and none of them were there. None of them. So my abusive narc perp twin sister had been getting away with so many lies, and I'm not her only victim that she lied on. She lied on numerous family members about XYZ and many different things. But she'll be quick to forgive them while stay grudging against me. As I said, I at the root of this, I blame the fake foster care system for all this. I blame the fake, abusive, fake CPS and foster care system to be the mastermind behind why me and my twin sister and other family members are not close. Because if we would have been brought up, even though my biological family is dysfunctional, me and my twin sister, I'm pretty sure, I promise you, we would have been close. We would have been close. But the foster care system destroying families for money. And then to add poison on top of poison, to be brainwashed in foster care, then be forced in that toxic, fake, satanic psychiatric system, and then force us in a cult too, on top of that. If I was any other person, this would have hit national news for someone who had been in foster care, abused in foster care, and put in a cult. And then brainwashed to view the people who's supposed to be the closest to you have to be the relationship that person got to be your ultimate worst enemy. But it seemed like as if my twin sister will forever have that same opinion about me because of what the foster family brainwashed her to believe about me. And at the same time, they were calling her crazy and abusing her as well. That's what I don't understand. But then eventually, she was able to find favoritism with the foster family, and so the online perps, they'd be like, both the foster family and the biological family want nothing to do with her. That should tell you something right there. And it's like they need to find other people I'm not even going to say that. They need to just leave people alone and stop picking on people and stop minding other people's business. So Starbricker is determined to stalk, follow, and harass me until the day she dies. And she wants to falsely justify it by lying and saying that I threatened to kill her and stuff like that. But it's okay for them to say that they want me put down, they want me dead, that I deserve to get hurt. And she was the first one to tell me that before I said anything, she was the first one that told me that I deserved to get beat up. A couple of months later, I got beat up. As I said, how you going to be a 62-year-old online cyber stalking troll? And a lot of these online perps, they're too cowardly to show their names or their real names or their faces. And it's like, you a man hiding behind anonymity in a different country, won't show your face, won't reveal who you are, and you sitting here stalking me for years, the obsoletest, and making videos about me. And the other perp from Australia's Mission Possible. So if you see Mission Possible, the obsoletest, Mango Sugar, who is J Demon Rotten shit, who's jealous of me, and her fucking ass is illiterate and retarded and crazy her damn self. Or J Angel Raw Honey, or if y'all see Bluffy the Narc Slayer, if you see Menace to Pensacola, Fake T.I. Perp, or anybody who's saying anything bad about me, or Uniquely Made Warrior, or My God is in Control, all these fake T.I. perps and regular perps who got videos about me, don't freaking listen to it. And especially after I exposed the truth about the slick shit that they did behind closed doors, so then they want to come with the fake smear campaign about me. And then front and pretend like they are, like as if they are in favor with God. Like as if they're the true, holy, righteous Christians or whatever fake Black Hebrew Israelite cult members. Because nearly a lot of the people in the so-called Black Hebrew Israelites cult that claim to be targeted individuals, a lot of them are the popular fakes. Excuse me, the popular fakes who play both sides. And it's like, if you profess to be Christian and if you're in the same targeting program, then you ought to be understanding and compassionate about somebody who's struggling and being sabotaged. And then perps like Starbricker falsely lying and saying that I'm living on a permanent vacation. But I have evidence to the contrary. And even people in other different cities and states saying that there is lack of, and I heard some people say not only an affordable housing crisis, but I heard there's an all-out housing crisis, period. It's part of the New World Order agenda to strip people from their individuality and their own independence, and they want to force everybody to share everything. Nobody's allowed to have their own anything. That everybody got to share everything, So, but I'm sitting here, if I can't get a job right away, in which I said I am done with all this damn workplace mobbing. I've had it up to here. I'm sick of it. I'm just going to do my own thing. And if I can get hopefully, if I can, if I can get into what I said I was gonna do, since there's no promise of anything housing. So if I can get into a cheaper hotel for about a week, or maybe 10 days at the most, but I'll say a week. If I can be in a hotel for a week, I can work on writing and publishing another book. So they tell everybody, don't read any of her writings, they're trash. And they'll say my writing is trash, don't read it. And they want the false narrative that all she does is beg and Candy never worked a day in her life, or Candy always quits jobs. And as I said, everything true that I say, they want to try to counter the truth with more lies. And it's a shame about professed targeted individuals who chime in on the bullying campaign. And you fake TI purpose, or even if you're being targeted and you're participating in the bullying, you got blood on your hands too. You got blood on your hands. And then y'all say y'all love the Lord and y'all say y'all love Jesus Christ and participating in this harassment. And if you leave a person alone, then they wouldn't have to act in a way that y'all want to say is a crazy person or mentally unhinged. Try it for a moment. Try it. Try leaving somebody alone, and they won't have to go off. So I wish I could ask for help with the hotel room for this evening, because at that sleep spot, I don't feel safe to go back downtown, and I don't feel safe at the spot that I've been sleeping at for the past couple of weeks. So it is just difficult, that y'all are suppressing people fighting to survive. It's clear that y'all don't want me alive. That y'all are on a militant mission, waiting on that glorious day for somebody to take me out. So, I have my information in the description box, and I'm gonna ask for help on, whatever y'all can spare to help me out with more money for food and, if possible, hotel room. But I get paid this coming Friday, and I'm gonna continue to try to work on like more short stories and more writings and stuff. And if I had a cooking facility, I would love to show cooking and stuff like that too. But I'm glad there are people who encourage me to continue to tell your story loud and proud and clear, and don't let anybody stop you. So I'm glad I still have a few. It's amazing that I still have a few supporters left. But these people are not near me or next to me, seeing what hell I have to go through. Y'all know that somebody will be harassing me by brightening their lights into my face, and then you say that they're innocent people going off and minding my business. That they're going off minding their own business. Like yesterday when I went to go eat. And the moment I got close to the restaurant, a whole bunch of perps had, and some of them were employees, and it was in the rain. And so the moment I walked towards the restaurant, they all scattered like roaches and then left. The moment I was coming. But it's really scary. It's really scary trying to fight to survive, and then there are so many people who don't want you to survive, and hell bent on wanting to try to control you and treat you like you deserve to be in punished detention when they're childish bullies. You know, they want to say that my growth is stunted, that I have a mentality of a 2-year-old or a 5-year-old, but they're continuously trying to stalk and control me. And then it really is like a Truman Show, because it looked like when those people were in that booth, it's like if they saw Truman, Jim Carrey, doing something that they didn't want, then, they would get distressed and freak out. If they can't control you the way that they want to, But people thought I was a fool and crazy for being so suicidal for all these years, not knowing what was going on. And so now, and it's like during mental health crisis, my family is never there to support me, and they just don't give a damn. Don't give any damn at all. And they hate me enough that they don't care if I'm dead. They don't care if I die. But if I acted cold-hearted towards a family member that just died, it'll be World War III. I really didn't even want to go with my cousin Blake, his dad Daryl, who's not genetically related to me. I really didn't want to go to Daryl's funeral. I really didn't. And then being perked and abused by all of my family members. They even act ignorant and retarded at family funerals. I'm like, this is a damn funeral I didn't even have to come to. I was already in New Orleans, but the biological mom, Frances, when it was time for her funeral, I was living in Los Angeles at the time. So abusive, narcissistic perps, including a fake church pastor, blocked me from going to my own biological mom's funeral. And then I showed proof of the obituary, and then they falsely made it like as if you typed that up yourself and made up a fake obituary. I don't believe you. And I'm showing proof that the woman died. What more proof do you need other than an obituary? But if I'm supposed to be so retarded and can't write very well, what make you think that I can be clever and intelligent enough to type up make up an obituary? I don't have friends like that to pay people, and I don't have money like that to be paying somebody to fake my mom's death like that. My biological mom, she really did pass away. And I didn't get to make her funeral. And the same with the biological dad, Arthur. I didn't get to make Arthur's funeral either. But my cousin Blake, Greenville, South Carolina is closer than Los Angeles. So I was able to make it to Blake's funeral. That's my actual cousin, So, and then with narcissistic abusers, you're not allowed to cry at funerals, but they can. You're not allowed to cry when they hurt your feelings. And then with Blake's funeral, Ramona tried to force me to not cry. And she even yelled at me on the phone when I bust out crying about the biological mom Frances' death. But she can cry and fake shed however many tears she wants. But, a narcissistic abuser, they would point in your face and yell at you and tell you shut up when you're crying. And so I've seen stories about how somebody would grieve a loved one and be told that they have a mental problem and that they should go see a psychiatrist and get therapy from the loss of a family member. But the evil, wicked doers, they're the ones who need the therapy, not us. But then that fake psychiatry is turning people evil. I have better self-control over violence and a temper. Despite having Tourette's, you don't see me hitting people no more. You don't see me hitting people no more or throwing stuff at people no more. So it's like, I guess I have, even though it's hard, but I have better restraint now. Now that I'm not on those psychiatric medications, when the psychiatric medications used to make me more suicidal and more homicidal and more violent. That's dangerous. It's spiritually dangerous. So I don't know why y'all want me back to being medicated so that y'all can take advantage of me and sacrifice me. Now y'all can't take the heat that I woke up to y'all with y'all sinister plans. Now I know what y'all up to, and now y'all really want me dead. Now that I'm not on psychiatric medications anymore, people don't really take advantage of me. They don't take advantage of me, try to take advantage of my money and all that. They don't do that much no more. Or try to swindle me, So, as I said, it's like, the online gang stalkers are trying to twist and manipulate my truths to their lies and fiction stories. And they want to treat me like I don't have a right to write short stories. Like they're trying to stop me. And they say, Candy needs to be stopped. And it's senseless that y'all doing this to me, I don't even know y'all. I don't even know y'all. So I'm dreadful and not looking forward to having to sleep on the streets for the next 4 nights. I'm saying next 4 because tonight included. And then Thursday is supposed to be pretty cold. But, and I don't know, a few of these days is supposed to rain. So, as I said, I'm trying to do my own thing, and I wish I could, I wish I could write. But I would have to get back on my cooking experimentation and cooking experience to create some recipes. I really wish I could do a cookbook, since I couldn't have the career of owning a restaurant or a food truck or anything like that. It seems like the only people who get those privileges or people who got Masonic connections, people will help you with the way to run a business. But, people will make sure to shut down everything. So if I writing short stories, that has nothing to do with the online gang stalkers, but they will try to stop people, stop my support. And they will have people unfollowing and blocking me on social media left and right. And as I said, they have a manipulative, convincing lie that they have the online perps, they have everybody bewitched. And these are the same perps who are trying to sex traffic me. They are sex traffickers. They are human traffickers. Starbricker, J. Demon Rotten shit, and that Marcel Thibodeau perp. Yeah, that's what he said. He said his real name is Marcel Thibodeau, which I think that's a fake name, because how come I looked him up and couldn't find a Marcel Thibodeau. So this person who says his name is Marcel, he says his real name is Marcel Thibodeau, but then he wants to be called Darnell Williams. Well, I didn't know that there was a real Darnell Williams that was a British soap opera actor of All My Children back in the 80s. So the real Darnell Williams was a soap opera actor back in the 80s from All My Children. That's the real Darnell Williams. So Marcel Thibodeau with a name like that, I'm assuming that he might be Creole or Cajun or something. He sounds like he sounds more, as I said, a white person impersonating a black person. All right, so I'll see y'all later. Thanks for any and all help.